So it is written, so it is done. The two best teams in the NFC are meeting this Sunday. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So let me first start off by saying something very important, because today is a holiday, a national holiday. Happy Cowboys choke season. We knew it was coming, just was a matter of when. And are you ready? Are you ready? The two best teams in the NFC all year long are going to meet up. Eagles, 49ers, this Sunday at the Link. Cannot wait. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, most throttled, paused Eagles content creator in all of the internet. The only way to get through that, to break those algorithms, to break those censorship, hit that like button, subscribe, put it out there to the world. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you still have your bell on. I'm getting a lot of people telling me they're not getting any of my notifications. So look out for that. Now, we got all the pleasantries out of the way. We got to talk about what just happened. Because what just happened was very, very interesting in my opinion, okay? This Cowboys San Francisco 49ers game was really an interesting game, okay? And what I saw watching this game, and thank you to all the people the thousands of people that were in there with me during the game. I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out. It was a blast, had a lot of fun, but we learned a lot. We learned about the two teams that were playing, the Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And the one thing that I can honestly say, and I truly believe this in my heart, both those teams are not as good as the Eagles. The Eagles can handle both those teams. I'm just going to put it out there and just be straight up. I really believe that. Now, they're going to have to go out there and they're going to have to do it on the field. But I feel like whichever team is coming into Philly, whether it was going to be Dallas or the 49ers, they're coming into a buzzsaw. You're coming into a buzzsaw. And today's game, from the Cowboys' perspective and the 49ers' perspective, I saw two teams that, in my opinion, look very one-dimensional. You know, if you look at the 49ers and you looked at when they came out, they had a hard time running the ball. Dallas really did a good job of stopping the run, especially early. They were selling out on the run. And there were plays to be made downfield. Oh, yeah, there were plays for the Niners to make downfield. The problem is the quarterback wasn't making those plays. He was running for his life. He was trying to get out of the pocket. He was throwing without squaring up, without proper mechanics. He was doing all the things that rookie quarterbacks do. And what it showed me is this, and this has been my thoughts with Purdy all along. If you put Brock Purdy in a situation where he's got to make plays with his arm to beat you, I think you got him. And Dallas, for 3 quarters, showed that. They showed it. The 49ers could not run the ball. He could not make the throws that he needed to make. One of the throws that was out there was a throw to Brandon Ayuk early in the game. He rolls to his left. He waited. If he throws it earlier, it's a touchdown. But by waiting, the defensive back had a chance to recover. You know, in the NFL, DBs, they recover and they catch up a lot quicker than in college. And I'm not saying Brock Purdy is going to be a bad quarterback or he's not good. He's done a tremendous job for the San Francisco 49ers. But from an experience point of view and being in such a big game, it's a learning experience. I think you can capitalize on that. Do you think that Jimmy Johnson, back in the day, if he had a rookie quarterback in the playoffs coming in to play him, you don't think he would throw so many different blitzes, so many different looks, that the kid would totally be confused? Because I do. And I think the Dallas Cowboys defensively, they did a great job at that for 3 quarters. For 3 quarters, he really wasn't making any throws. He wasn't throwing downfield, and they were really limited. The offense did not look good. However, for the Cowboys, and the problem the Cowboys had was they couldn't capitalize offensively. Their offense has been one-dimensional kind of itself all year. And the Cowboys did move the ball and got into the red zone a few times or close, and then Dak Prescott would turn it over. Dak Prescott, that interception before the half was a huge interception, because if Dallas goes up 7 there, if they score and go up, they're probably winning this game. That's the truth. They're probably winning this game. But he turned it over. He had 2 horrible interceptions. He should have had 2 or 3 more. Dak Prescott did not have a good game. And, my questions about Dak Prescott remain. Dak Prescott, 7 years a quarterback for your team. He's only taken you to two playoff victories. One just came last week. Can he win the big game? That's going to be the question. That's for the Cowboys and their fans to answer. I don't know. We'll see. I think Dak is a good quarterback, and if you put good talent around him, he can win. But what did the Cowboys do? They got rid of all their talent last year. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I gotta try to beef up my offensive line, and I gotta try to get Dak Prescott some real weapons offensively, because he's not gonna win with what he has. I didn't think Dak looked good today. I didn't think he played good, and I don't think Brock Purdy played good. But the thing about Brock Purdy that Dak Prescott didn't have is Brock Purdy didn't turn the ball over. Brock Purdy didn't do anything stupid like Dak. Now, he had a couple passes that should have been picked, but they weren't. And that's what's impressive to me more than anything, is that he keeps his composure, and even as a rookie, he was able to not turn the ball over. That's what the San Francisco 49ers need. Clearly, you can already see what the game plan versus the 49ers are going to be when the Eagles play them. It's going to be, you got to stop the run and make Purdy beat you with his arm. Try to make him beat, because I think that's where he's going to have trouble. Obviously, he has weapons, but he's a rookie, and going into Philly, he's going into a bustle. Can you imagine a rookie quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, going into the NFC Championship game in Philly? That's a tough spot for any rookie. Okay, it's going to be. I think Purdy's got some upside, and maybe he's the future. Maybe they like him and keep him, but he's young, and the Eagles are going to have to take advantage of that. The game, I believe, is 3 p.m. next Sunday. I will be streaming that game. I will be streaming both NFC Championship games. I'm very excited. Both NFC and AFC Championship game, rather. I'm excited about both of them. It should be really, really good. As far as the Eagles go, impressive win yesterday, obviously, versus the Giants. I look at the teams we're playing, and I think the 49ers defense, way better than the Dallas Cowboys defense. However, I don't think they have as good of a quarterback as Dallas does. Although Dak Prescott throws a lot of interceptions and chokes, he still has experience. He's still been in certain situations that Purdy doesn't, okay? And Purdy was running for his life against the Dallas defensive line. Eagles defensive line, Eagles pass rush is better than the Dallas Cowboys pass rush. So there's a lot of advantages in this game versus the 49ers that we're going to explore and get into. But the 49ers, they're number 2 in the National Football League versus the run. They're number 20 versus the pass. I think A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, I think they're all set up to have big game. I think you could beat them through the air. And if the Eagles can run the ball, and of course the Jalen Hurts factor of him being able to run and things that he does will create a lot of space for the Eagles in the run game as well as the pass game. I think this is a good matchup for the Eagles. I think this is actually an easier matchup than the Dallas Cowboys were. I got to tell you, I was conflicted in this whole game. I was conflicted between the Niners and the Cowboys. I could not root for the Cowboys. I did not. I could not. Never will. I couldn't do it. But there was a part of me that was like, I would love to face the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC Championship game and knock them out. I would absolutely love it. We would have to go through a tough week of Cowboy trolls telling us how great they are for being in the NFC Championship game. But I would have loved to knock them out. And I got to tell you, I think both teams, the Cowboys and the Niners, they don't have a chance against the Eagles. I think whoever is going to play the Eagles, which is now the San Francisco 49ers, is walking into an absolute buzzsaw. Okay, the Eagles are going to be ready to go. This is going to be an interesting matchup. If the Niners run the ball really well, and if you're the Niners, the way you beat the Eagles is this. You got to run the ball well. You got to do what Washington did, what Dallas did Christmas Eve, and what the Saints did. You got to run the ball, kill the quarter. You got to have long, sustained drives. Keep the Eagles' offense off the field. If you can do that, you'll have a chance to win. If the Eagles are getting the ball, going down and scoring, and then you're not running the ball well, you're going to have problems. They're going to have problems. And for the Eagles, make Purdy beat you. Make him beat you with an arm. Because my thought going into this game for Dallas is I want to see what Purdy does when he has to make throws and he has to do things. Now, in this game, there were a couple things. There was a fourth down. I think it was 4th and 6. Dallas was just out of field goal range, and they should have gone for it. Instead, they punted it, and it made no sense because the 49ers hadn't moved the ball all day, and your defense was playing good at that point. They punted the ball, and then the Niners wind up, I think, going down and scoring. But that, to me, was a situation where you had to go for it. And then late in the game, they went for it. They wind up punting, and I thought they needed to go for it, and they didn't, and they punted. And the 49ers were able to pretty much run the clock out. The Niners were able to find their running game late in that game, in the fourth quarter especially. They were able to find their running game. And when the Niners can run and they can put Purdy in situations like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, it's a lot more easy for him to manage those situations than when it's 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, a lot of 3rd and 15. A lot of those downs, that's what he had to face the first 3 quarters. So Eagles, stop the run, put Purdy in long, 3rd and long, and basically let him beat you with his arm. And then against the Niners, or the Niners against the Eagles, they're gonna have to keep running the ball, kill the clock, keep the Eagles offense off the field. Because once the Eagles get rolling, it's gonna be tough. The Eagles are in a perfect situation. I think this is a perfect matchup. I think this is an easier matchup than playing the Cowboys. So I love the situation the Eagles are in. Obviously, the 49ers defense is better than the Cowboys. However, I don't think it's going to be enough. So Eagles, 49ers, next Sunday. Oh my God, cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We will be streaming, have a lot of videos this week. With that said, take care. Talk to you guys later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. NFC Championship game, baby. Championship game. One game, one win from the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. Now, it's just not the Eagles and the 49ers this weekend. It's also the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals going to Buffalo. They beat them. I picked Buffalo to win that game. But they went in there. They beat them in the snow. It was an awesome game. And now they're going to play the Kansas City Chiefs. The question with the Chiefs is, how bad is Mahomes hurt? How bad is his ankle sprain? And is that going to affect him this game? It's going to be a fascinating week. Fascinating championship games. I cannot wait. With that said, Denzel Washington out.